Hi, and welcome back to Wicked One Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that's taking a little bit of time, a little bit of space to think about a situation, maybe think about in particular what words were chosen when somebody was talking about what happened or explaining like their reasoning behind something. I feel like it just doesn't sit right with you. And so you're kind of like mulling it over, trying to figure out why it doesn't sit right with you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Wind Chime Chime. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We're going to dive in with the situations deck. Hi there, Peggy. How are you doing? Let's see what we've got. We have recalling in the reverse today and trash in the reverse. So the first card that we have in the reverse is about memories, thinking about somebody that you miss. This is in the reverse and today. So it feels like there's somebody here that, remember I said taking their space, it doesn't feel right. I think there's a need to have space away from somebody who tries to influence something. And they may be trying to pressure whomever I'm reading for to leave someone behind or quit something they're not ready to do. So it looks like there's a decision that has to be made, and we have kind of conflicting motivations or conflicting goals, desired outcomes, and somebody feels like I just need to like not hear you talk, not even like smell you. Like I just need to like not think about you for a little bit and just think about what I need and what makes sense for me. Hi there, Paul. How are we doing today? We have these stars in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Chalices. Yeah. I think there's a discovery here that money isn't always the answer. Money isn't always the right motivation. So there may be a conversation that's happening that feels a little bit uncomfortable or tense because it's effectively pitting wealth against what somebody actually wants in their life. Perhaps a relationship, perhaps to start a family or be there for a family. There's somebody here who has good intentions, but it's like somebody's trying to draw them back and almost like keep them stagnant or in a particular place because of money. So there's almost like an assessment of what really makes me happy. What do I really want in my life? There's somebody here who has made a comment or insinuated that there's like bad intent behind a relationship. For some of you, this is somebody saying it's like somebody put a love spell on you. For others of you, this is somebody saying, I don't know why you're just like so distracted by sex, we'll put it that way, right now. I don't know why you're so it's like they're trying to take something that actually has value, something that is actually more about a connection, and degrade it to something more like animalistic or primal. Like there seems to be actual genuine caring or love or some sort of desire to be a good person to another person, that another, like a friend or a family member, somebody is saying, like, I don't even know why you'd be interested in that. That's not anything new, right? Like that's not worth you changing things around for, or not worth the effort. And then we have the Hierophant, which seems to just kind of like completely eradicate that statement. This is something that has substance, something that actually means a lot to another individual. There are connections that we forge in this lifetime that help you feel more connected to other people, help you feel more connected or aware of who you are individually. Uh, it's above and beyond that regular, like, oh, we both like to go golfing. You know what I mean? There's more than just like hobbies in common in this situation, but somebody's trying to make it seem like it's really not all that special. It's just like a garage sale find that, no big deal. But they're wrong. Whoever's saying this is devaluing something that's actually a pretty strong connection. We have the Knight of Swords. It's coming across to me as a little bit of a sharp tongue. Someone makes a comment, somebody, maybe even it's like an under the breath, like, I don't even know if you're going to hear me, but I'm going to say it anyways because I'm a little bit of a jerk. Hi there, Shushma. How are you doing? And they get it right back. They get it served right back to them. I think we have a lie being exposed or true motivations being exposed, and somebody doesn't realize, this person who's trying to mischaracterize this relationship or this connection, they don't realize that they've already lost. Like whatever they're trying to accomplish right now, that battle has already been decided. It's like, it's like when you're texting with a friend who is not able to watch a sport event at the time that it's, on TV or whatever. And so they don't want to talk to anybody that would tell them what happened in that game because they want to be able to watch it when they get home from work or whatever it is. It's like this Hierophant individual, whoever has this strong connection here that's trying to have some peace and quiet away from the person that's trying to talk them out of it. It's like there's almost a smirk or a little bit of a, whatever you're doing over there, it's like it's a waste of your time. I've already figured it out, right? We have the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Cups in the reverse. I've already made my decision. I just haven't told you, but the whole Six of Cups in the reverse, acting like I have been, or kind of being a little bit immature, being stuck in the past, like I'm not going to do that anymore. I just haven't told you how I view this. Probably because every time they try to have this conversation, whoever they're talking to is just like a negative Nancy. Sorry to anybody named Nancy. We think you're awesome. I just really like alliteration. Okay, guys. We have Justice and the Three of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Strange analogy time. Pull up a chair. This is like unexpected good crap happening. Like you have a really crappy experience at the airport, just barely make your connection, finally get into town. You feel like it's like too late. You might miss your rental car, and you show up and the rental car place is like, actually, we just happen to have this really awesome car. If you want to drive that instead, we won't charge you more. We'll just let you take this one. And it's all because of the timing, right? It's like things may have been delayed. Things may have gotten a little bit difficult. There may have been some impatience here. But then all of a sudden, things change for the better. So kind of feels like the universe is playing with you a little bit, making you wonder whether or not this is actually going to work out. And then, surprise! What's that? It's like a clip from the 80s or something of some lady saying, surprise, surprise. We have the Empress in the reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. What? Very conflicting energy as far as these two coming out together. But if we look at them as clarifiers for our Hierophant card and the Knight of Swords in the reverse, it makes a little bit more sense. We have somebody here that I think is challenging or going up against somebody that is on a pedestal of some sort. The Hierophant is somebody that has followers or fans, somebody that has some sort of clout, right? But this is somebody that is using that clout or that power in a way that they shouldn't be to infringe upon somebody's independence. So this strong connection that we have here is something that this person should support based on what we know in this little love triangle or whatever it is, but they don't. So it kind of erodes the admiration or respect that somebody has for this person because there's a sense of loyalty that disappoints, like, I thought I knew you better. I thought you would have wanted something good for me. I thought you would have been returning that like good nature back to me after all I've done for you, that kind of thing. It's definitely a disappointment in somebody for seemingly being a little bit callous about somebody's happiness, whether or not they get what they want or have somebody who understands them. This is the Black Tarot. Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups in the reverse. Whoever was being a bit selfish and not wanting the best for somebody that they've been close to, this person is now concerned that their actions may actually have pretty serious consequences for them. In other words, they may have been acting in a way that they thought was in their own best interest and maybe even to some extent the other person's best interest, but they took it too far. And it's like there was a place to get off that train, okay? There was a place they could have ended their campaign or changed their tune and been a good friend or a good sibling, whatever it is, boss, I don't know. And they didn't. They stuck with whatever this misrepresentation is. They should have seen that was their opportunity. But they didn't. This Ace of Cups in the reverse is a falling out between these two people that could, if they're creative, it could have consequences for like a creative project. Because I do feel like somebody in particular is worried about something they wanted to build or create or do that is like disappearing. It's not an option anymore. Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. Sometimes you're presented with a decision that feels easier to make the closer you are to it. I think there's something here that kind of tipped the scale and made this individual decide, I got to do what's right for me. I might upset a few people, but I feel like this person is running away from I don't know if I want to say running away from. I feel like they're walking away from something that was mercurial. You never really knew where you stood. So they might be dealing with somebody that is a little two-faced or a little bit difficult to read, even if you've known them for a long time. So I feel like it's almost like this person felt like they didn't need to choose between these two people, whoever they were close to and this love interest. But at the end of the day, that other person like pressed the issue and made it a choose between the two of us, and falsely or wrongly assumed that they would win that battle. Four of Swords in reverse. We had Four of Swords at the beginning. But this is a rift that cannot be fixed. The example in my mind is, let's say you're fixing up an old car and you find out that there's a particular part, they just don't make it anymore. It's like, that's an impasse, right? You have to figure out, what do I do now if I can't be, true to the plans or true to what it was supposed to be? It's like, I know I can't change this attribute about this person. I can't change this characteristic about this person. They are who they are. And if they don't want to let me be who I am, then we have to make a change. So I think there's an acceptance here that was particularly difficult for this person, but it's also in a way kind of freeing them up to actually be their own person. And with the Eight of Wands, I'm seeing communication that happens as a result of this realization. Hey, this is still my life to live. I'm going to make the decision that's right for me, even if it's not something you're going to be very happy about. But it's remember we had that recalling card in the reverse? If somebody's trying to draw on their history as friends, family, whatever it is, to try to control this person, it's not working. It's yeah, no, I know. We've done some stupid shit together. We've had some laughs, but that doesn't justify the fact that you lied to me. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse again in the same column. Somebody makes the wrong decisions. Often. I view this as somebody that makes decisions based on themselves every time. They don't really think about other people. It's like, you said you wanted pizza, so I called and I placed an order and just ordered my favorite kind. I didn't consider at all what the rest of you would want to eat. That kind of vibe. Hey there, Mountain Girl. How are you doing? Hello, Morgan the Void. Welcome. Likewise. Hello, Anton. How's it going? So we have the Ace of Swords. I feel like this is that realization we were just talking about. Understanding who you're dealing with. This is somebody who doesn't think about me and doesn't think about other people. I cannot prioritize them in my life and expect to be happy. King of Spheres or King of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune. It's time to change. I don't even know if I have this phrase right, but it's coming through as changing horses mid-race. So there's something that made this not so great friend or family member feel like they had a claim to this person. I know you're going to be at the family reunion. And then this person's like, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to be there. This person messed up. They showed, or they didn't cover their tracks, because it's obvious that they only think about themselves. So somebody's saying, well, that's cool. You go on and think about yourself. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take your lead. I'm going to think about myself. I'm going to do what's right for me. You may not like it, but I don't give a fuck. You ordered pizza with anchovies, fool. I don't think I need to like worry about what you think because that's weird. I've actually never tried anchovies. Maybe I would like it. I don't know. But you know, we're just going with some analogies here. It's like if I go out of my way to make sure that you're happy and you can't even, you know, like ask me what soda I want to drink with my pizza. You know, like I'm not going to keep doing that. I'm not going to keep going the extra mile for you. We have the Lovers, the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in the upright up here. And the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is in the same column as the Knight of Swords in the reverse at the top. I may have been at the beginning, or, you know, initially, I might have thought I should just go along with the crowd or go along with what you wanted me to do. But I see now that you're still going to make my life miserable, or you're still going to be a miserable person to deal with. And I'm going to be unhappy. Like, why do you want me to choose? And why am I okay with choosing something that makes everybody unhappy? Like, I'm not going to do that. If I could actually go somewhere or be with somebody and be happy, I'm going to do that. So I feel like this person has started speaking their truth, but have a little bit more to share. And it's really coming down to I'm just going to take like some action here. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. I'm going to say what I need to say. Because like, I see you for who you really are. All right, this is the Gold Foil Tarot. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of ultimatums. I think if people are going to make big choices about their life, they got to make them on their own. So I'm not here to like babysit somebody, you know? Why are you smoking a cigarette when you said you weren't going to? You know, like either quit or don't. I don't care. I'm going to be over here doing my thing. Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, there's a new beginning here. There are fond memories. It's funny because this is like the opposite of the recalling card in the reverse, right? If it were in the upright, it'd be the same thing. There's fond memories here that motivate a new beginning or motivate somebody making a different decision and taking a bit of a different course, right? There could be some travel involved here with the Three of Wands. But we have somebody taking action towards what it is that they want and letting go of feeling bad for making a choice in their own life that somebody else doesn't really like. Like, that's all right, but I'm the one who's actually living this life, so you live that one. You have the Lovers again. We have the Lovers right here, very close. The Four of Cups. Yeah. You made me choose between you and this other person. And because you decided that I had to choose, I'm choosing the other person. All right, so I'm totally going to mess this up, but there's a Bible story. I want to say it's King Herod had two women claiming a baby, and he made the suggestion, we'll cut the baby in half and you can each have half. How about that? And one of them said, no, don't hurt the baby. Let her have the baby. And then the king said, okay, you didn't want to hurt the baby's yours. It's like forcing this decision is what ultimately ends this partnership, friendship, whatever it is with the person that only thinks about themselves, right? So, yeah. Yeah, picking up a phone seems like the smarter thing to do. Anyways, yeah, so we've got somebody that forced their own issue here. Made it worse than it needed to be. And they're going to end up being the one who gets demoted or blocked or loses out on this person. You have the King of Wands and the Four of Wands in the reverse. You started this battle. You picked a fight. It didn't end the way you wanted it to, did it? You bit off more than you could chew. This King of Wands thought, I can like make the law of the land. I have, the ultimate say so. And this is what I think. And then someone was like, no, actually, you don't get to make that decision. Three of Swords, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And the comment that might have really thrown somebody into a bit of a rage or into a very decisive, that's it, I'm done kind of mood might have been something about money, might have been something really like kind of callous or greedy that made it seem to somebody, likely the person who had to make the decision, right? Like, man, you're just like a robot. I don't want to work for a robot. I don't want to be friends with a robot. I don't want to be like living my life like a robot. There's just something here that was so empty, like you're living your life for the pursuit of wealth. And wealth is very different from prosperity, at least in my mind. I don't know. Maybe we define things differently. But this person is all about the Benjamins, and they don't see that there's abundance that comes in other forms. They don't appreciate that kind of abundance. Four of Swords in the reverse again. We had that right here. So we have somebody that has been taking their sweet time thinking about this situation. I think they were a little hesitant, a little bit nervous, and maybe even a bit non-committal. For some of you, this person was kind of playing both sides, trying to see what at the end of the day actually made sense for them in terms of their decision. But they have realized that something here is beyond repair. What you did, what you said was too far, too much. And now I don't respect you like I used to. Now I don't look at you the same way, right? Magician. Nine of Wands. Emperor in the reverse. They underestimated this person. The controlling, selfish individual really felt like they could just push people around. They're this Emperor in the reverse, but they didn't expect with the Nine of Wands that this would like strike a nerve and that somebody would get this defensive. But whoever got defensive was like, you're going to need to like watch how you talk about that person that's important to me. You're going to need to watch how you talk about me and what's important to me, because I can just pull the plug on this whole thing. I don't need to be here. I don't need to hang out with you. I don't need to be associated with you in any way. Like, there was anger here. It might have been quiet anger, but it was anger. All right. I don't think I've ever actually pulled these cards for you, and they've been sitting here for like a couple of weeks. But since we have the today card, which is a time kind of thing, I figure I'll pull a few from the Divine Timing Oracle and see what else we have, because I feel like the majority of you would probably like to know this Eight of Wands. what kind of time frame we're looking at. We have February, summertime, and around March. All right, so something was said this summer that's been going over and over in this person's mind. This is how they have, like, this particular thing that they said or did. This is what made them see this friend or family member as heartless, not in their court, not a good influence. We have February and around March. For some of you, this is a birthday confirmation. For others of you, it will take until February or March for this person to say what they really need to say. They may have an obligation they need to fulfill. They may have some struggles that they need to work on, maybe getting their finances in order, maybe dealing with a family situation or codependency of some sort. This is somebody that needs a little bit of time. So for some of you, this is ending one relationship and they need to heal from that before they can jump into a new relationship. For others of you, this is more of like a friendship, but because it has been a bit on the abusive side, like I feel like this other person was manipulative, they need some time to be independent and they can't just jump right into another situation, being a twosome or in a group, whatever it is. But they've made up their mind. They know what they want. Oops. Sorry. That was my lovely little skull rolling across the table. This is the Kipper. We have bad health in the reverse, journey in the reverse, and marriage. When they do talk to you, they're going to move quickly. This person feels like they need a staycation or they need some alone time. Maybe there's a place. It could just be where they live. It could just be, like their hometown. There's some sort of like, I'm going to go be a hermit for a little bit, not deal with people. Like I just need some time to myself. Maybe your person's just been dealing with too many other people, right? I just need to think for myself. But what they have in mind is a pretty serious relationship with you once they figure out how to say what they need to say. All right, let's see. Let's see what we get from the Zodiac fortune telling cards for you. Your wisdom will be more appreciated later. You have big ideas which you must carry out. And you are a very well-liked person. Everybody loves you. Hi there, Larry. How are you doing? I feel that, Kat. Yep, exactly. All right, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next reading.